Mi familia, how's it going? I hope these last 2 weeks have been potent for you. I know it's been great for me to even just see all the chats that have been going on and all the different outcomes that have come from doing the types of meditations and breath works and really just connecting on a deeper level with others and connecting with yourself. Now, this week we got the ego, okay? And this is one of the hardest ones to work on within yourself. And all I want you to do in this, especially for this week, is to have patience. Have patience with yourself when it comes to working on the ego and diving into the depths of those nasty and disgusting things that may live inside of you, that you know live inside of you, that you want to get out, but you don't know how to. It lives in everyone. There's control, there's manipulation, there's anger that lives inside so many of us, and we just don't know how to move it out of our body. Okay, so this week, I want you to ask yourself, what parts of myself do I not want to engage with? What parts of myself do I not want to engage with that I know that I should engage with in order to heal? What parts of myself do I not engage with that I know I should be bringing more clarity to in order to heal? Okay? And what I mean by that is that there's so many different things that can live inside of us that don't serve our bodies, right? You know, I've talked about me not having a father, and that was one of the biggest components that I had, to where I didn't even want to think about him. I had so much judgment and just hate and just like rejection and abandonment from him that I felt. And I didn't even want to look at it. Did not want to look at it at all. And as I turned into an adult, I realized that it was going to keep coming back until I actually saw it and played with it and enjoyed it, right? The ego and the darkness that we have inside of us as humans, it wants to be played with and it wants to be acknowledged just as much as all the light that lives inside of us too as well, okay? Do not get consumed by the ego and do not get consumed by the darkness that may live inside of you. Just bring it to awareness. That's all I'm asking you to do right now, is bring it to awareness. So during this week, please have patience with yourself. Have patience with yourself for the practices that we're going to be doing and hearing the calls that we have, because there's going to be a lot of confronting things I'm going to ask you to do, and some deep somatic breath work that we're going to be practicing this week to allow the chaotic emotions that you may be holding on to that want to surface. Okay? So have a lot of patience. And the last thing that I want to say in this is that when it comes to our ego, this is what's helped me. It's a really good idea, and I would encourage you to name those different parts of yourself. So for instance, for me, my ego's name is Steve. And I call him Steve because it's also like kind of funny to me, just the name Steve in general. And sorry if there's anyone named Steve that joined this. It just, I had one of my brothers who played college basketball with me, and we would go at it, and it felt like he was my alter ego, so that's why I named him that. And it shows up sometimes. Steve comes out to play all the time. And all I do is I just breathe, close my eyes, relax into it, ask him what he wants. Why is he here? What do I get to work on? And how can we just find unity together, right? Because it's a part of us. Our ego, everyone has one. Everyone has one. Do people know how to handle it, adjust to it? Not a lot of us. So many of us do, yes, but not a lot of us can actually embody what it feels like to use the darkness to your advantage. Utilize it, okay? So I would encourage you to name those different parts of yourself. It's a really fun practice, honestly. When you start to name the different parts of yourself, you can just, it may sound crazy, but like right now, if there's something that popped up, maybe someone just came in and opened the door while I was doing this video, instead of me reacting to it, I can be like, Steve, what do you got to show me right now? Why do I feel so triggered by that person walking in? Why do I feel so triggered by my partner yelling at me earlier this morning? Why do I feel so triggered by my daughter getting angry at me? Why do I feel so triggered by not having a dad? Like, whatever it is, right? and learn. You get to work on these things about yourself. That's exactly what the ego's for, I feel, in my personal opinion. The ego is meant for me to work on different aspects of myself, to elevate to a higher level of consciousness. So, looking forward to seeing what comes up for you guys. Cannot wait to talk to you guys on the group call. And always ask questions. Always ask questions for me, okay? And for the people in the online community chat too as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up this week. Find joy in the journey, guys. Let's get it.